Uh, well, I think that everything that I've done has played a part in who I am as a driver, for sure. It forced me to, drive cars that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with and didn't really know. Bottom line is I didn't really learn a lot about cars, and they didn't really change the car a lot for me, unless I wasn't, if they kind of had their favorite on the team that they would change the car around, and being on big teams, they had like one guy, one engineer. So it forced me to learn how to drive cars that I didn't necessarily like, though. And more than anything, when I lived there, I learned about life, and I feel like I grew a lot, and I became a lot more wise. I came back a little bit less open. And I think that's probably was a good protection thing for me, and allowed me to, it just allowed me to be smarter and not to jump into things too quickly. And I just learned a lot about life, which was invaluable. And of course, then when I got the ride with Bobby Rahal back in Formula Atlantic, seeing the commitment that I made to move there at the age that I did and leave my family was another really big thing. So I wouldn't take it back. It was an important experience for me, and it's led me to where I am.
Go ahead, Steve.
Steve Richards with PRN. New Hampshire coming up. Had a pretty decent run there. I mean, you finished 14th. You're not running New Hampshire. Nationwide. Not nationwide.
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
All right, that's okay.
Well, what do you think about Kentucky? We're looking for some preview stuff here, so give me an idea of what you expect.
Sorry. That's all right. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, whatever. It's late.
Kentucky. Yeah, it's a standalone, or no, where are we racing with trucks? I have no idea. Does anybody have any trucks? Okay.
Whatever.
It's, another 1.5 mile oval. It's rough, and gosh, I'm trying to remember what happened at Kentucky. It was, that's Austin won that one. And
yeah, he did.
He was very fast, and I don't necessarily think I was super comfortable that night, and felt like I was a little bit loose in. And so, remembering those things are going to be important for going back the second time and being able to improve from last time and get better. I think, I really felt like coming away from that weekend, while it wasn't, a complete disaster, I really felt like there just wasn't anything special about it. So hopefully when we go back this time next weekend, it'll be a little more special.
Well, it was almost a top 10 finish, so it wasn't too bad.
Right. It's just sometimes as a driver, you're out there and you don't feel like you've passed anyone or done anything all day long. And so, that was kind of how I felt that day or that night, was just that I didn't really do anything. It just was the result that it was. And, I'd like to go back, and I'd like to have more speed and be able to work my way up more and pass some cars and come away with a better feeling and hopefully a better result.
Got time for one more question. Anybody else for Danica?
I'll ask one.
All right. Final question.
Mike Muller. GoDaddy, since they had the management change, it looks like they've changed their approach to advertising or something like that. What kind of ads are you doing over there? Because you've got a stylized ad approach, and it looks like they're twisting that around or changing it or going to techie stuff or something.
I mean, it's not. It's GoDaddy's ad, of course. When the new group came on, they're always trying to look for new ways to reach more demographics, I'm sure, and they hired a new agency. That's the biggest thing. They hired Deutsch, was it called? Is that right, Haley? Deutsch, Donnie Deutsch, something like that?
That is correct.
GoDaddy's advertising agency. Okay, anyway, I'm sure you can figure it out. So that's going to change things. That was all done in-house forever, so I would say that's probably the biggest reason for a change a general change in the ads.